Okay, so I'll run through this pretty quickly. So this is Bruno's firebox, and the numbers are from 1 to 62, and the top pieces have been taken out. So this is the firebox. It has 2 firebox doors on each side, and when we start this evening, we will take out these brick here, so we have a square, and we'll start just like a little campfire in here. And inside we'll keep that going for 12 hours. We don't want to go above 300 degrees. So we want to dry everything out and get all the grouting and all the glaze and all the moisture out of it, and especially that rain from this morning. But at any rate, we'll do 12 hours at 300 degrees, and that's kind of like phase 1, stage 1 or something of that sort. And then once we get that done, then we'll do another hour just to 375, and from 375 then we'll work up to 575, and that's pretty much the first 2 stages of the firing. Once we do that, then we go up 150 degrees because everything's bisque in here, 150 degrees until we get to, well, from 575 to 1580. So we'll go up for another 8 hours, 6-8 hours, 100 to 150 degrees an hour. Somewhere around 1100 degrees. We won't be able to get it any hotter with this fire. So we'll brick that up, and we'll open 2 of these ports or 3 of these ports for air, and then we'll start stoking up here. And when we start stoking up here, we'll have 2 stokers. One person will take this and move it aside, the other person will stoke. And then they'll very nicely walk to the other side and do the same on the other side. And when we first do it, it'll be 2 pieces of wood, and then depending upon the parameter will be right here on this nail, and depending upon how the temperature goes up, you know, it might be 4 pieces of wood every 4 minutes or something of that sort. And we can try and manage the flame, and by doing that, there's a passive damper in the back. There's 2 dampers, and then there's a passive damper, like a little secret passage in the back where you can put pots. We'll put a couple pots there, but that, if we open that, that will make the flame lazy, and it will kind of hopefully just circle around inside. And you can watch the flame with all the peepholes and the other fireboxes, so you can see where the flame is. And there'll be 6 sets of cones that we can see, and a porthole for the draw baskets. And so what we'll do is, once we get up to 1500 degrees, then we'll hold it for like an hour, and then we'll go on up to 2180. And once we reach 2180, we'll see the cones will start going down. I've got a 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, and 11 cone in each pack. And so once the cones start going down, 4 and 6, what we'll do is try and maintain 2180, 2150 to 2180 for probably 6 hours. Because what happens in that 300 degrees and the 500 degrees is the ash just kind of goes. I was telling people this morning, it's like snow. It just kind of lands on the shoulders of the pots and lands on the pots' sides. And then, but it doesn't melt, so it's just crusty ash. And so holding it for 4 to 8 hours at the top range, all that ash will melt. And then we have to decide how we're going to close her up. So, and that's going to be another challenge, but that's the fun part. Mm-hmm. And in between all that, there'll be a lot of stoking. So we're going to put these 2 tables, we're going to put 1 on each side, and we're going to have people bring the wood over, so we don't have to bend and twist and stoke, but rather the wood will be right beside us as we stoke. So, any questions?
Yeah, don't put the wads on the lid, put the wads on the, I think. Yeah, because if the water's touching any of the glaze, it'll stick.
Okay.
This is Barbara really loading Bruno,
Really?
the female wood kiln.
Yes, the female, which Fred is upset with me about, you know. It's like, Susan, could you help me put this one down? This one is too. Oh, that's on the shelves. I didn't know that. That's cool. I didn't know why it wouldn't quite level.
Yeah, I just thought we
Yeah.
could try it, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, we're out of balls.
Thank you. Do you want me to get somebody else to make balls?
No, that's okay. I'm just gonna do this one piece. I want to just
Okay.
see
I
the
can finish these, but I'll need you for the shells.
Sure.
But I need balls.
piece of banana.
Thank you. Don't take my measure. Don't take my
Oh.
measure. Oh, is that my
Is it-
level? No, that's yours.
Well,
I've got this one.
yeah.
I've got this one, dear. You take that one.
Oh,
Okay. Okay, so in loading, we're already on the second level of loading. Everything that is loaded has to have wadding in between. And our wadding is made up of 60%
that's a good case of
EPK, kaolin, and 40% alumina hydrate. So everything must have, even the shelves and the posts have to have alumina, the wadding in between. So what we want to think about is, when we're loading, is the silhouette. How people say you look at this as if it's a river flowing, and the pots and the ware are all pebbles. So how would a river flow over top of these? So you want to look at it and say, where is the flame? How is that flame going to get in between? Like these two are really close to each other. And that will be an interesting thing, because we're going to document it by photographs to see, did the flame show us some marking in between that? And here there's a good inch and a quarter here, and here there's just maybe 1/8 of an inch. So we can look at those. And then there's little tiny pots in between. But basically the firebox is down at this end, and the fire is going to come through here, hit the bag wall, and go up and around. And then hopefully we'll get the flame to go around and through the stacks. So anything in the front is going to get some of the flame that comes through the holes in the bag wall. And the bag wall is like a little checkerboard. And so the ash will come up and over and settle down. So what we have to consider is the silhouettes of the pots, and we have to make sure everything's wadded.
So we need slightly taller.
Okay.
Will these though?
Which ones?
Are these slightly taller?
It's not stable.
Those will go. I don't see why not, dear.
I push my own pots into place of prominence.
You
But what
better.
they want. Look at that.
So I might need,
You guys got a place where there's itty bitty.
Is that good with the flame? 1, 2, here, take that.
there.
So what are you
And
doing?
then we take that.
Put those over there.
You're lowering that
Yeah,
shelf?
so
We're gonna
we're
do
going to
s-
need
We're gonna need
Tiny.
tiny.
really short.
We need
Tiny.
a little fat one here. Yeah, get those in.
Yay. Put that baby in here.
Yeah.
Do you want to put maybe a T-bowl right there, my dear? Or one of your really tall pieces would go there, whichever you want.
Oh, okay.
Moving Bruno in for the first time.
Other side, make sure nothing doesn't touch on the other side.
Okay, we're good. Good on my side.
I can't
Good.
see.
My side's good.
Then, nothing's touching.
Okay.
Just keep, when you get up to your foot right about here, it'll be all the way in.
You're fine. You got lots of room
Another
here.
couple of feet.
2 feet.
2 feet.
We're down to 3 bricks.
Slow down.
3 bricks.
Slow down. Go slow. Go slow. Go slow. Go slow. Go slow. Go slow.
Something like that.
I heard something hit. Let's pull it out a little bit.
Or is it just the bricks? The bricks
No,
are
that
good.
was a pot. I heard a pot.
Yeah,
I heard a clink.
Yeah, just
Here, it has to come back out a bit more.
Yeah, let's take her out a little bit. Is something over here a bit? Oh, here. Pull it out a little bit more. Okay, let's go in now. Bruce, you watch over there?
How far?
A little bit more. Another inch. Another inch.
Yay.
Done. Done.
Woohoo!
I need more.
How are you doing? Good.
Go ahead and do it.
What time is it? You know, because I know I gotta meet somebody.
Everybody gets salt. Everybody gets salt. Salty people. Okay, so we're gonna walk around the kiln, and you're gonna throw the salt on the kiln. And this is to This is to purify the kiln. Do we chant? You can.
Really?
I'm thinking.
Really? We're supposed to try to do that.
Heck, the best spirits of
Wait, if I got throw salt in my eye.
Okay.
Going in.
So the next thing is to acknowledge the forces of nature. Do not rain. And we're supposed to have meteor showers the next 2 nights. So
That's exciting.
now the next thing is everybody gets a sip of this. And look, Dennis has polys. And then I'm going to offer a silent prayer for a good firing. Okay, that's it. That's it.
Here's two.
Now let's light her. Here's to Bruno.
To Bruno.
Bruno.
Do we now throw the mugs at the kiln like the Russian?
So here we go. We're gonna light her.
we break out the vodka.
Uh-oh, get out of hole.
I don't believe it.
Real
I don't see how she's gonna light that thing. How are you gonna light that? What is it you're lighting? I don't even see anything.
Don't ever doubt Barbara.
Do what?
Don't ever doubt Barbara.
I guess not.
Do you need some kindling? All you have is one big fat log in
One
there?
big fat log.
You need
You want to get
kindling.
a couple pieces of kindling?
I gotta meet a
We're
guy.
lighting it now.
This is ceremonial
sorry.
lighting. This is not lighting. All right, we're going to start with these.
We may have to start a little fire in the
Yeah.
other end.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Have a draft.
I want